Welcome to part 23 of the $1,000 Bitcoin Challenge, brought to you by CoinRule and Crypto Rich.
So first, let's start from the finished. We had some rules that were completed during the week, so I just launched them again. So you see that, for example, here we made $26 hedging the portfolio. Okay, 22 if you compare to the fact that we started the rule at the very beginning of the week when still the price was slightly trending upward. So that managed to protect our portfolio. So that's why, since I saw that there were some broad weakness in the market, I launched, basically replicated the same rule and launched it live again. We will find it, in fact, in the active rules. So here we are. At the very beginning, yes. So basically the setup is the same as we are using for a couple of weeks now. So basically, I am identifying a weakness in the market, spotting the price below the moving average 9 in a time frame of 1 hour. And at the same time, the moving average 9 below moving average 50. This usually indicates a strong downtrend in the short and medium term. And that's why we are taking advantage of that, short selling here on the Binance Future, some contracts to buy back them at a lower price. This is also an hedging strategy, but if you hold, for example, Bitcoin, instead of using Binance Future, you may also sell your own spot Bitcoin to buy back them at a lower price. So not only this can be used as an hedging strategy, but also as a way to protect from the downturns and at the same time accumulate more Bitcoin. Let's look at the market now, just to have a broad overview of what is going on. Okay, cool. So one thing that I spotted yesterday is that we can see some similarities between the price action these days compared to what we had between August and September. Remember, these orange areas mark very key resistances. Look back in the previous videos we recorded back in September. I was saying that the 12,000 resistance was a very key point, and from there, the next stop was 20K. And in fact, that was how the scenario unfolded. The same we can see here. So 12,000 was the previous local top in 2019. That's why the market was looking at that key reference point to check if the trend was enough strong to go ahead. In the same way, 12K is the all-time high. So from here, we will start to go in a price discovery for Bitcoin. So price will likely go parabolically. Of course, before that, we need to overcome a very strong supply area. There are a lot of sellers at this point, and so that's why we can make similarities, not only in terms of chart patterns, but also in terms of demand and supply, as it was back then, how it is distributed now. Demand and supply, of course, transpose into price action. So that's why I expect to see still some lateral moves within this area, with 20K and possibly 16K if we don't, if the price doesn't manage to hold this mid-range line. So we could move on the downside until 16,000 with possibly very good, excellent buy opportunities between 14K and 16K. So exactly how it was here in September. This was the perfect buy opportunity. After this, the price only went up. As soon as 12K was broken, the price went up parabolically. So I see a lot of similarities here. All we need to do is to take into account that the market could drop potentially another 20% from here in terms of Bitcoin prices. Altcoin could underperform, so will be in a range of 30 to 40%. it's crypto. So these are the percentages that people should be accustomed with when trade. But of course, 30% down, and then we saw in August how the DeFi frenzy brought up the prices 200, 300%. So the risk reward is always good in these situations. But yet, if we want to spot very short-term price action, you see here that the mid-range line is not holding. And we saw that in the past when this happened, for example, here the price broke on the downside quite strongly. So that's why on our account, we are still hedging our portfolio. Remember, we are still accumulating $20 of Bitcoin every day, small amount, but in the long term, because of course the price would stop here. This is only a projection looking at the past. But that doesn't guarantee that actually I could be able in the future to buy at 16K or 14K. We just need to have some guidance about what to expect and then act accordingly. So we are accumulating slowly in a dollar cost average strategy, but on the other side, on the short term, we are still hedging our portfolio. Interestingly, during the week, I was looking at Chainlink chart. You see here that we have a very long term trend line. You see this, absolutely, we can track it back until March, I guess. You see that here was basically the resistance broken, and it became the support for the trend starting from April. Now the trend is becoming weaker and weaker and weaker. I spotted some kind of rebound above the trend line. So I spotted here the rebound above the trend line. That's why I launched a long strategy. It was profitable in the beginning. It was actually a false breakout. The price shifted on the downside again. So now what? Since we are hedging our portfolio with a short strategy on Bitcoin, if we want to be greedy and a bit more aggressive, we can do that actually, switching the long strategy that I launched a few days ago into a short strategy. We can check out to do that in just a few clicks. So I will leave you the control of the dashboard.
This is the Chainlink rule.
Yeah, exactly.
CoinRule.
Yeah, so we were in profit at the beginning, but then the drawdown brought in loss. Nothing major. It's $5. I am happy to take the chance if the stop loss applies, and I know that this strategy cannot harm my wallet that much. So all we can do is just click on edit.
Where is this? This is Binance Futures. Buy link on trend. Binance Futures. Yep.
So what we want, this is the setup of the long strategy. Let's switch it to a short setup. So I want that the MA9 is actually greater than the price. So the price is below the moving average 9. At the same time, I want the MA9 lower than the MA50. I am going to sell. So instead of buying, I'm going to sell. Let's reduce a bit this was more a short-term rule. I want to make it a bit more medium to long-term. So let's say 3 contracts instead of 4. Let's reduce a bit the exposure. At any time, if the price, in this case, let's switch. So increases by 4. Actually, let's say 3. Because you see that in the past, this is how experience comes handy. We had a stop loss, but it was a bit large. So the drawdown, it eroded the previous gain. Let's be a bit more conservative at this point. So if the price increases by 3% and if decreases by, let's keep it 2%.
2%.
From price at which you sold, then we are going to buy back 3 contract of Chainlink. Let's do it 20 times. It's fine, but no more than once every 3 hours. So also in this way, this is how you manage the risk with the size of the orders and with the frequency of the orders. Since using the anytime operator, you can open multiple positions at the same time, you could find yourself with a larger than expected exposure on the market. So buying, in this case, selling less frequently helps you manage better the risk. Okay, let's click on launch.
And all we've done is we've switched from a long position to a short position with that one. Okay, so that's now waiting to be triggered. All right, Ruben, anything else?
Just a final remark. Let's show our balance on Binance Future for transparency.
Yes.
Remember?
So this is the profit and loss in Binance, and I've got an affiliate link in the description below, which will give you 10% bonus on your trading fees if you use that when you open an account with Binance. So last week,
so basically, we have netted 200% in 1 month.
Yeah.
These are real statistics.
And if I look last week, because we were at $180, I moved the $80 out. So we started again at $100. And so far in that week, we've made about 66% profit in 1 week, which is not too bad at all. And you can see here, let's see, let me do the last 90 days.
And again, the thing that I want to underline is the ratio between the profit and loss. So not only we are around 50% of trades in profit versus in loss, but when we gain much more than how much we lose on each single trade on average. So that is very, very good. This is what every trader should aim at to be able to say, okay, I am long-term profitable trader.
Yes. And in the last 30 days, our win rate has been 70%, which is just extraordinarily high. Very good. And this way, little by little by little, over time, we are picking up, collecting more Bitcoin. Okay. So Ruben,